I was really hoping that students took away some knowledge of the criticisms that FDR was receiving. They knew that Republicans were largely against New Deal legislation, but they weren't as familiar with some of the more left-wing criticism, the socialist criticism, the communist criticism, the American Liberty League criticism of FDR. On the other, it was important for students to do something with the document. And I felt that by taking the role of critics of FDR's speech, they're really having to read more in depth and read more closely what FDR is saying in his fireside chat and really try to pick apart some of the more nuanced pieces. And so after they read about their critic, they could ask each other questions about Norman Thomas or about Upton Sinclair and really get a sense of, okay, bounce some ideas off of each other. And then it allowed them to come up with a more cohesive speech as they reflect on their critic and they reflect on what FDR is saying. It really provided for students to help each other out. It's nice to try to turn over student learning to them and allow them to run with things. And I think that one of the things that I really liked about the lesson was that students were asked to be creative and to play the role of a critic and get up on stage in front of the class and pretend to be that critic, to really engage in not only thinking of history as this stagnant thing, but make it interesting and make it fun. And I think that students were able to do that through working in groups and playing the role of one of these critics.